Good morning, YouTube. How are we doing? I'm a bit slow in the mornings at the minute, so apologies. And I've got my hat on because my hair is terrible in the morning. But welcome to a day in the life, a realistic day in the life of someone who actively is pursuing bodybuilding, but also working a pretty full-on job. I start work at 7, get up at around 5, got up a little bit later today, 5:20. Start the day off taking the blood pressure, which is all good, and then I come downstairs, I get all my stuff prepped for work, so my meals, I take 3 meals to work. I'll show you them in a minute, but I take an ESM rice pudding meal, I take a cream of rice meal as my pre-workout, and a chicken and rice meal. Tell you when I have those meals, because with where I work, I can't record, it's annoying. So you're going to miss out on like 8 hours of my day, but I'll just sort of let you know when I eat the meals. But first things first, I'm thirsty as fuck, so I'm going to make a drink. Right, start the day off being hydrated. I'm just going to put some HydroFlow in here. What have we got at the minute? We've got the berry or pink lemonade. I'm going to go pink lemonade today, I think, because the berries isn't actually mine, it's Riv's. Although, I don't think she'd mind me using some. Tastes very good when you're dehydrated in the morning. I didn't have any water next to me last night either, so I'm very thirsty. What I need to do now is get all my stuff ready and prepped for work. Right now, I'm currently doing 10 minutes of cardio 6 times a week, and the cardio is not for fat loss, it is purely to get my heart rate up and stay fit. So I'm going to jump on the Stairmaster for 15 minutes, give it 5 minutes to get my heart rate up, and then go for 10 minutes, and that'll be my 10 minutes of cardio. So yeah, I'm going to pack my meals into my work bag, and I'm also going to get my stuff ready for the gym, so I go straight to the gym from work just to save a bit of time. Right, here's meal 1, ESM rice pudding. Here's meal 3, my cream of rice. What I'm going to do quick is just add some frozen fruit to both of these meals. And for the core, I'll put it in a little pot. I know you're probably thinking, there's only 2 meals there, and I said I eat 3. Here's how I've been being really efficient in work at the minute. So what I do on a Sunday, especially when I'm on a day shift, I just cook off enough chicken for the full week, for the 5 meals. I'll put that in a container, and then I'll just take that into work on the Monday and just leave it in there. Got a set of scales in work, and then what I'll do is I'll just take a packet of rice. Literally that simple, and then that's my 5 meals sorted for the week. Don't have to stress about taking it all in. It's all sorted on the Monday. So there's my second meal taken to work. And what I'll probably do is just whack some frozen veggies in my bag now, and take them to work and just cook them off with the meal. Next is prepping my pre-workout for the gym and intra-workout. So I'll do that quickly, and then I'll get some clothes in my gym bag for the gym, and then we'll get on and do this cardio. Right, I've got an intra-workout that I already prepped the other day. So 30 grams of cyclic dextrin and 10 grams of EAs. And I think I've got 5 grams of glutamine in there. And for my pre-workout, I've got the Ghost sour watermelon pump at the minute. It's decent, it's nice. Mainly just for the taste, but it does work well as well. So I'll go with 2 scoops of this. I'm only using a pump at the minute. Don't like to run high caffeine pre-workouts when I train, unless I really need it. So 2 scoops of that, and I'll also put in a gram of salt into this as well. Hello again, my friend. 10 minutes or 15 minutes on this bad boy. Let's get it. Right then, people. That's cardio done. Had a shower, got ready for work, and now we are off to work. It is 25 past 6. So I start work at 7. What I'll do is I'll just run through my day quickly. Because of where I work and the nature of what I do, a lot of the documentation I use is official sensitive. Ooh. Basically it just means I can't record a thing in work. Which is a bit of a nightmare when I'm trying to do a day in the life, because you're going to miss out on like 8 hours of my day. But what I'll do is I will just explain the day to you. So I'll pull up to work normally around 20 to 7. I have to park off site, meaning it's about a 10-minute walk to get to the office. So if I get to work about 22, quarter to, I then have enough time to walk into work. Day starts at 7. Meal 1 I normally have around 8 o'clock. Normally I am just doing admin office work for the first hour or so I know I can eat my meal 1 at 8 o'clock. Occasionally I'll have a job on that I need to go straight on site for. If that is the case, I will eat my first meal as soon as I get in work at 7. Meal 2 I will have at lunchtime, which is 11:30, between 11 and 11:30. And then meal 3 I will have as I'm leaving work, or just before I leave work, which is around 3 o'clock. Anywhere from sort of 2:30 to 3 o'clock. And then I'll get to the gym and be training at 4 o'clock. Finish the gym around 6, get home, post workout, anywhere between sort of 6, 6:30. And then meal 5 goes down at about 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock. And then bedtime at 9:30, and then repeat. This is what works really well for me, and this is how I set up my day shift week. If you watch any of my other videos, you know that I work shift work and my week changes from week to week. So this week I'll be day shift, next week I would be I'd be night shift next week, and then I'll be back to day shift, and then I'll be on to a back shift after that. And a back shift is 3 to 11 hours, and a night shift is 10:30 to 7 in the morning. Not fun. Luckily enough, I am missing my night shift next week because I've got a training course up in Sheffield, which works out really well because Max, my coach, lives in Sheffield, so I get to see him, which is going to be nice. And I get to train out of Ultraflex Rotherham, which is one of the better gyms in the whole of the UK, which is exciting. And it would just be a nice change of scenery for a week or so. But yeah, that's the morning routine. Get up at anywhere between sort of 5 to 5:15. Take my blood pressure. Take my fasted glucose, which I didn't show the vlog, but it was 4.5, so all good there. Get downstairs, prep all my stuff for the day, food, etc. Do 10 minutes of cardio to get my heart rate up, jump in the shower, get dressed, get to work. Happy days. I will see you for probably my pre-workout meal now, because as I'm vlogging I'm probably just going to bring it back to the car when I finish work, eat it in the car, and then get to the gym. So I'll see you then. Welcome back. It is 3 o'clock. I've just finished work, walked to the car, got dressed quickly. It is not a nice day, not good at all. Now I need to construct everything for the gym. Bringing everything with you to work and going straight to the gym is decent because it saves a bit of time. And when I'm leaving at sort of like 3 o'clock, it means I miss a load of traffic. So if I go home, get myself sorted, I then leave at like 4 o'clock, and then I hit all the traffic. This way I miss the traffic, get to the gym a lot quicker, and get my session done, get home, and just easy. I'm going to quickly put all this together because I didn't do it in work. The whey, berries here, which I'm going to put on. I've got a coffee cup that I cleaned earlier to just put my whey in. And then I've also obviously got my shaker that I brought with me, which the pre-workout that I prepped this morning will go in. And then scran this, get to the gym, and hopefully have a good session. So I've got posterior today. My split is still very similar to what it was in the last video I did, I think. I'm currently running basically 2 days on, 1 day off. Priority are legs for me at the minute, so the first session is always some leg focused day. So my actual split is legs, upper, rest, posterior, push, rest, quads and arms, pull, rest, and just repeat that. And this has been really good for bringing up sort of what I want, which is my legs and my quads and my back. Today's posterior. It's a hard session, but it's definitely one of the most enjoyable sessions I do, so I'm looking forward to this. I may get some clips, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how busy the gym is at the minute. It's been horrendously busy. That is me sorted, so it doesn't look the most appetizing thing in the world, not gonna lie. But whipped it together in the car, so whatever. Gonna eat this, and then let's get to the gym and have a good session. We are back. Session was not bad, pretty good. Post-workout, super quick to make. Jasmine rice, which already had cooked in the fridge. Chicken, which already had cooked in the fridge. It doesn't look very appetizing, not gonna lie. Pineapple, some peanut butter, some banana, and cinnamon. When it comes to post-workout, it is the meal I am the most hungry for every single day. Well, every single training day. I'm starving, so it's the highest carb meal of the day. I also don't ever know what I really fancy. I either fancy something sweet or something savoury, and I can't choose. So this kind of ticks both boxes. I had this meal during prep, and I was just like, yeah, it is unreal, and I've not took it out since. So that's the meal. It's currently 6:30 right now. So I'm going to eat this meal, take the dogs out for a walk. They need to be walked because I don't know if you can hear them, but they're downstairs play fighting. And then I'll probably have about half an hour free to try and make some TikToks and get some content out on my TikTok. And then I will be prepping my meals for work tomorrow and then making my last meal, and then it's bed. Like, that is it. I don't have any free time. Other than like the 30 minutes after I've walked dogs, which then I'm trying to make content and get something out. It's busy, because I want to be in bed by like 9 really. To be asleep by 9:30. But yeah, gonna eat this meal, find a YouTube video quickly, and then I'll probably see you next when I'm prepping my meals for tomorrow. And the meals I prep will just be the ones I took to work this morning. So that ESM rice pudding and the cream of rice. And then that's basically the routine. That is the daily routine. That's the day I repeat every single day on a day shift. Right, just on the dog walk now. I need a haircut, man. Desperately need a haircut. So, I'm recording on my phone because the Osmo is on charge. What a prick. Fucking guy in the car. Osmo is on charge, and I've also got my work high vis on because I couldn't find a hoodie, and this was right there. So yeah, get these dogs walked, and that will knock my steps off. So I'm currently doing 12k steps, and steps come pretty easy to me because I'm time efficient with them. So 12k, I know the dog walks, which I'm going to do every day, will get me 4k at least 4k. And then I know in work, well, I know if I'm training, I can get 2 to 3k in the gym. So that leaves me what, 7k? Buffy's going toilet, sorry. So that leaves me 7k. I know walking into work and walking out of work, I get 2k, so that's 5k. So that means I need to get 5k whilst I'm in work, which is relatively easy. Even if I have a full office day, if I go for like a 20-minute walk on my lunch, that's 2k. Just pottering around the office is going to get me like a k. And then I can easily just nip out for like 2 10-minute walks in the day, and then my steps are done. That's like worst case scenario, but majority of the times I'm way over 12k just because it's so easy when you're just constantly busy. It's so easy to rack up the steps. So yeah, if you work a full-time job and you're struggling for steps, try and get as many of those steps done whilst you're in work, so it frees up some time in the evening for you. That would be my top tip there. I need a haircut desperately, so I'm gonna go get a haircut probably in the next couple of days after seeing this video. Right then, final task of the day, which is making my 2 meals for work and then my last meal. So these meals are super easy and convenient. Super easy and convenient to make. So I've got my cream of rice meal, which goes in this bowl. Pre-workout like it was today, and then meal 1, the ESM rice pudding. All I'm doing is boiling the kettle, and then for the ESN I have 100 grams, so I just put 500 mils of boiling water in there with some rice pudding. Just let it sit on the side, it will like thicken up a bit, then I'll just add some whey in. For the cream of rice, I'm having 100 grams as well, so I'll add, I think I go with 600 ml of water with this cream of rice, because the texture's the best with the CMP one when I do a little bit more water. If I go with Trained by JP, I use 500, I think Conte's 500 as well. But yeah, let's just get that done now. I'll show you it once it's done, because I don't want to make this video too long. Right then, here we go. Easy enough. That took like 5 minutes to prep 2 meals. Let these cool down, they'll go in the fridge overnight, and then I'll take them to work.